graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
You know, I've been from one side of this fandom to the other. In all that time, I have seen a lot of things. Above all that, there is one thing I am absolutely certain of. I am the villain of this story. You know what time it is, Valhalla? Yeah. So after flagging his Teespring store in TeePublic, these sorry-ass freaks are going after my shit too. It was literally just my logo. Fuck these cancel culture losers. Dear RK Outpost, this is to notify you that as a result of a violation of our terms and conditions, which he didn't violate, we have removed or disabled access to the material that appeared at teespring.com user RK Outpost and have deleted your account. Please note that our removal of the aforementioned material and our deleting your account may result in the interruption or cancellation of previously processed orders involving your submissions to TeePublic. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning. And yeah, I know that some of the store is back up. Drunk store is back up. Drunk's gonna fight it. We're all gonna fight it. And good morning, Keshet Queen. Good morning to Mark the Infinitely Tired and Chris Persia. The Bash Brother Wrenches are here. Amanda Gillen presents. Good morning, AGP. Good morning, DD Myers, Trinoculus V, Andrew 46 and 2, Psychodorf 9. Good morning, brother. Pat Steven Seagal 8. Everyone on Twitter. Good morning. We can all tell. Mexican Iron Man. Good morning. When the frack did this happen to RK2 last night? Mexican Iron Man. Last night. Valiant Renegade. Skull. How are you doing, brother? Good morning, Purple Valkyrie. Good morning, Mary's Game Room. Good morning, Lord Thoth. Good morning to the Doctor of Disaster and Destruction, Adega Outlaw. And yes, it is 420. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope you guys have had a good start to your week. I hope yesterday was good for you. Human and Waffles, good morning. Larry, good morning. The beginning of the week was not so good for content creators. And why? Because they're going to come after anything that makes you money. They're going to come after everything that makes you money. I recently had my own spat and have had spats previously with Teespring. I am glad to hear that Drunk's page is back up, that his store is back up. I am seriously considering taking down the Teespring store at this point. I have had some serious issues with them. They tried to, someone tried to get us canceled for the Glory is Fleeting back in the day. It was about 3 or 4 months ago because of religious connotations. Religious connotations. Really, they just got pissed that when I got monetized, these punk ass SJWs threw a little message in my chat that said, "Oh, you know what, Loki? Never forget that glory is fleeting." Now, you know what? Glory is fleeting, except in Valhalla. Glory is fleeting, except in Valhalla. And happy 420 to everybody out there. Yes, it is 420, 2021. And because it is 420, 2021, later today at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will have the one and only Cameron Paja coming to hang out on the channel and talk about getting canceled. We're going to talk about cancel culture, and we're all going to get canceled as we hang out with Cameron Paja later today on 420 at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that ought to be fun. Huh? That ought to be fun. Loki, don't blame you. This world is going to shit in a handbasket, and it truly shouldn't be that way at all. Yes, D.D. Myers. No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. All we want to do is speak our minds, right? That's all we want to do. All we want to do is be allowed to have our opinion instead of being shut down every single time we open our mouths. And yes, Adega Outlaw, we do know who did that one. Yes, we do know who did that one. And it's funny, you know? It's funny. The cancel culture mob just wants to take us down. They want to get rid of us. They want to silence us. They want us to be quiet. They don't want us to have an opinion. Oh, well, you know what? I don't like the new Star Trek. I really don't like Star Trek Discovery. That makes me the most horrible person ever in the history of people. By God, I should be run off the internet. Let's go and tar and feather him because he doesn't like Star Trek Discovery. Let's get rid of him and never, ever let him have an opinion online again. By God, that's the way it should be, right? That's the way it needs to be. He doesn't like the new Star Wars under Disney or the 7 pillars of the rat as it eats its cheese. So let's get rid of Loki. Let's get rid of RK. Let's get rid of Drunk. Let's get rid of Echo Base Network. Let's take Gary and Doomcock and Jeremy and put their heads on leaders of some Germans that existed back in the 1940s. Why? Because they have an opinion that differs from ours. They have an opinion that goes against all the dribble we're spewing online. Better yet, let's call them a troll. Let's get online and call them a troll. Because they stand up and won't take our shit. They call us out on the lies that we spew out of our mouths on a daily basis. Let's call Loki and Canuck a bunch of trolls. Guess what? You have only shown us your own ignorance and the ineptitude of your stupidity. That's what you have shown. Ineptitude and stupidity by trying to take someone out because they stand up and won't take your shit. Well, by all means, try and take us out. By all means, try and remove our Teesprings. Try and go after our patrons. Try and get our YouTube channels canceled. Try and get copyright struck on our YouTube videos. By all means, go right ahead. We'll be back. We'll be there. We're not going anywhere. Why? Because we have a right to our opinions. We have a right to stand up and say, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like it. And do you know what you can do? You can kiss our asses. because we're going to continue to say we don't like this. We're going to continue to stand up and speak our minds and give our opinions and say, you know what? I'm just not cool with this. I'm just not cool with this. I don't want your agenda and your politics surrounding everything I watch on TV. I don't want your agenda and politics in everything I watch in your movies. Shove it. I don't want it. And if you don't like it, so what? If you don't like it, don't come to my channel. If you don't like it, don't buy my shit. But the more you try and get us shut down, the stronger we get. Because it's our opinion. And you can't stop an opinion. Everyone's got one. Every single person out there has an opinion. Andrew 46-2. Because Stone Loki said so. I will stand my ground against horrible writing. Yes. We will stand our ground against horrible writing. Cancel culture must end. What shade of lipstick do I wear to kiss your ass? It's a peach. Might as well wear peach. Do you think that getting rid of Kathleen Kennedy is the answer, ladies and gentlemen? Because guess what? She's not gone. She's not gone. She's not going anywhere. They might promote her. They might move her over to something else, but she'll never be gone. The fight will continue. I understand. I'm right there with you. I'll party. I will. I will party. I will be banging on the drums the day it happens. But it's not going to fix anything. And thank you so much for that $2 Canadian super chat, Pat Steven Seagal. Go!
God, I want to punch an old woman in the face.
Yes. Her philosophy and her regime must go. It's the regime that's the problem, Larry. It's the regime and the culture that's the problem. You know what? I love how I get a finger pointed at me, and you all out there get a finger pointed at you, and you get labeled as an ist, an obe, a Yahtzee, a this, a that, toxic masculinity coming at us from every angle. Oh no, it all must end. It's just movies and entertainment. Oh no, no male shall stand up tall and resist the toxic bullshit. Yeah. I'm sure. Your toxic femininity. Ooh. Toxic masculinity. Ooh. Ist, obes, Yahtzees everywhere. Ooh. Fear. It makes me think of the original Star Wars. Fear will keep the local systems in line. Fear of this battle station. Fear of being pointed at and called an ist, an obe, Yahtzee. Shame. Ding, 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 ding. Shame. Ding, 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 ding. Shame. You must be ashamed. All of you must feel horribly ashamed. Bad Steven Seagal, it's the people pushing the agenda, the whisper networking who to take down, the gatekeeping to steal their souls. And good morning, Angela Straven. Good morning, NB Geek. Let's talk Loki. What is best in life? To see Mexican Iron Man in the Iron Thong? No. To eat from his taco stand? No. And to hear the limitations of Brown Lantern? No. 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 Smoking Wraith got it. No. N-O, N-O, N-O-O, no. Yeah. Echo Base right now would be like, Logie, quit stealing our shit. Well, you guys said fire's the fire. Oh, why go after someone's store? Oh, I'll tell you why. They don't want you making any money. They don't want you supporting yourself. They want to cancel you. They want to end you. And guess what? They can't do that the way they do it to their own. That's what's most frustrating. That's where the problem lies. They can't do it the way they do it to their own. All they have to do to their own is point a finger at you and say, oh, this person's guilty of this. And they have some fucked up, bent sideways investigation where they go, well, we didn't find any evidence, but hashtag believe all bullshitters. Believe all bullshitters. They want to hit you for wearing a t-shirt. That's right. Because punch all of them. Yeah. Punch all of them because you're one of them. You're one of them. Larry. You're one of them. See, that's the wonderful part about all of this is you're one of them. Cancel you because you're one of them. Stop listening to you because you're one of them. Point a finger at you because you're one of them. You're one of them. You're horrible. You're horrible people, all of you, because you have an opinion that differs from ours. You know what? I love old Star Trek. You're toxic, Loki. You're toxic because you love old Star Trek. You're toxic because you don't get on your knees and drink from the great soy nipple. Mexican Iron Man with $4.99 super chat. Hail NB, hail the great Loki, hail the no song, hail free speech at Valhalla. And that's what we're going to get to. It's not just going to be Valhalla. It's not just going to be RK Outposts. It's not just going to be Drunk 3PO. We are going to speak our minds, and if they don't like it, they can suck it. Skol!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Don't drink the soy. Stay away from the soy. Does anybody remember Woodstock and the tainted Pepsi? Stay away from the soy. It's bad. It's bad. Free speech isn't free. It isn't. It's never been free. You have to fight for it. You have to fight for it and you have to defend it. Do not let them take away your right to stand up and say, no, I'm not cool with this. Do not allow them to rip that from you. That is the last thing you do, is allow them to rip that from you. They will take away my free speech when they rip it from my cold, dead body. MB Geek, let's talk. With a $5 super chat. SJWs have heard the old Klingon proverb, revenge is a dish best served cold. It's very cold in space. No, because you do not know our culture. Light the fires, Valhalla. Thank you so very much, NB Geek. And we're going to light some fire this morning. Skol! And J-Man, welcome J-Man. The more people say I shouldn't wear a shirt, the more I want to wear it. Their complaining has the reversed effect. Damn straight, brother. Psychodor 9 with a $2 super chat. They want us afraid. I'm me. You're you. fuck them. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to stand up, and I will not be afraid. Adega Outlaw, true individuality is their unspoken fear. To stand alone, to stand separate, to stand on true values, historically proven principles, causes them to cry in terror. All the more reason to stand and shout. Be loud. Stand tall. Participation trophy generation has grown up, while adults on paper, many still behave as children because of parenting. Now they cancel everyone else. Thank you so very much for that $4.99 super chat, Valiant. Thank you so very much for that $2 super chat, Psychodorp 9. Score!
Spartans! What is your profession?
And why do some of them try and get away with this shit over and over and over again? Why do some of them want to make it look like they're little crying, oh no, look what they did, oh look what Loki did? Because no one ever smacked them on the ass and told them no. No one ever popped them on the hand and said, hey, don't do that stupid shit. It's all this crybaby bully bullshit. Oh, poor me. I'm the gingerbread man. Please feel sorry for me. I'm the gingerbread man. It's all his fault. He did it. Lying little shits. No one ever took them aside and said, no, you don't do this shit. They're probably waking up this morning, shouting at their mothers, cursing them out, all because Loki's on here telling them to go F themselves. And why? Because they victimize themselves. Fat Steven took the words right out of my mouth. They victimize themselves because it's easier than going forward. It's easier than doing something on their own. Why do you think they have perpetually gone over and over the same shit and taken things from pop culture and twisted it and turned it? Because they can't come out with their own ideas. They're too afraid. They can't do their own thing. They can't create their own thing. They have to take things from other people and twist it and turn it and try and make it theirs. Anyone who doesn't see that has an issue. Anyone who doesn't see that has a problem. Open your eyes and look at what these people do. They take content that isn't theirs and they twist it and they use it for their own bullshit. Let me tell you something. When you take something that isn't yours and you turn it and you twist it into something that it wasn't supposed to be, that's fucked up. When you take something others have loved and cared about and you say, oh, well, this is mine now. I have a right to it. I got permission to do this, that, and the other. That's a problem. Why don't you just create your own thing? Blame others, push bias, whisper hate, hide in shadows. When they don't get the acknowledgement they believe they're entitled to, they find a weak person to blame. The cancel kids are the overgrown babies that mommy and daddy refuse to spank. They never learned. They prefer to be a troll than an adult and a productive member of a community. When the goal is to be more victim, it doesn't make for stand-up people. How is that hard to understand? How is that difficult to understand? Make your own shit. Stop crying as you take other people's work and twist it and turn it to your own devices. You're not honoring anyone. We know that. We're not stupid. You're not honoring anyone. You're not backing up anyone. You're not doing it for them. Stop lying. You're doing it for your own twisted bullshit. You're doing it for your own internal need to go, look at me. Aren't I great? Look at me. Aren't I a special little snowflake? Aren't I just the bestest ever? You're not fucking special. Do you know how many people worked on Star Trek? Do you know how many people in the past? Do you know that DC Fontana was like the mother of Star Trek? As much as people are like, Gene, yay. DC Fontana was like the mother of Star Trek. You dumbasses, they're like, well, women have control now. She was there from the ground floor up. But you're too stupid to see that. When you take someone's work and you twist it for your own devices, that is not honoring anything. That is shitting all over it. That is the worst insult. And I'm starting to really see that you know that. It's not that you don't know that. You do. You just want to be in a community and go, look at me. Aren't I special? Aren't I just the specialist little snowflake? Look what I did. If you really gave a shit, if you really cared, you wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to throw your hands up and go, look at me. You wouldn't have to try and get people's stores taken down to go, look at what I did. It's much easier to destroy than it is to create. Spock said that. And you know that. You twisted little fucks. You know, oh, it's so much easier to destroy than it is to create. You twist and you twist things and you troll over them. And you know it too. You might lie to other people. You might lie to yourselves. But deep down inside, you know exactly what you do. It's nothing special. You just like to knock blocks down. That's all you like to do. You're that kid. You're that kid that instead of building something, instead of making that block house, you like to go around and push other people's houses down. That's all you do. Because you can't create. You have no imagination. It's all built on other people's foundations. Pat Stevens said, oh, careful, Loki. Your logic will cause rage. Rage. Thank you so much, Pat Steven, for that $2 Canadian super chat. Skull!
Long live the fighters!
I saw something up here. I'm kind of scrolling back. Give me 1 second. I'll see if I can find it. Angela Straven says, because we failed at gatekeeping, in my opinion, to keep out the people who wanted to co-op our entertainment. I don't think gatekeeping is the answer. Gatekeeping was never the answer in Star Trek. Angelus. Gatekeeping was never the answer in Star Trek. Everyone who wanted to be part of Star Trek was welcome to be a part of Star Trek. The problem is that these people that scream about gatekeeping, they're the ones that came in and said this isn't for you anymore. It's those people that accused us of gatekeeping. It was those people that threatened us for gatekeeping that came in and said this isn't for you anymore. This is ours. Go away. That's the problem. That's the problem, Angelus. It's not us. Star Trek was the most welcoming franchise I had ever been a part of, even more than Star Wars. Star Wars was different. Star Wars. There's some Star Wars people like you love Star Wars, yeah, but you like Star Trek, yeah. Then you don't need to be here. There was some really anti Star Trek people in Star Wars. I always loved it all. That's Steven Seagal. Star Trek was the vision of bettering humankind, losing the value and need of money to become a shining star in learning. You know what? Everyone calling Jay toxic doesn't know him. He's one of the sweetest, nicest people on this platform. Snobs, yes. Yes. Okay. Let's dig into this, Larry. Let's dig into this. Because that is the problem. What you have right now is a generation of wine drinking, Karen loving dumbasses that are like, if this isn't in this, then it's bad. If you don't like this, then you're bad. It's the wine drinking moms club. The Karens are the one online screaming. Do you know how I know that? Because the new generation, the generation that's just coming into being 18, the generation that's been around for like the last year, that's been 18, 19, 20s, that generation doesn't give a shit about any of this. They're on their phones. They're constantly looking down on their phones. They're doing that. They don't care. I've heard this argument where it's like, oh, well, they don't care about Star Trek because they're on their phones while the TV's going anyway. They don't care about the TV. They don't care about any of that. They spend their time on YouTube and on the other one, the one that's like TikTok. They don't watch this shit. They don't watch it. It's the Karens and the wine drinking swills that are running around saying, well, it has to be like this. And they don't care about your product. They don't care about buying your stuff. They don't care about keeping you in business. I want to tell you something. I bought Star Trek stuff every year. I bought Star Wars stuff every year. Books, games, comics, toys, all kinds of shit. Every year. Do you know how much I buy now? I buy nothing. I buy none of that stuff. Why? Because I'm spending my money on G.I. Joe. I'm spending my money on Voltron. I'm spending my money on Transformers. I'm spending my money on things that I never spent before because I was always spending it on a couple of things that I loved. And now I'm buying all sorts of other things that I love that's being treated a hell of a lot better than Star Wars and Star Trek. Mexican Iron Man, Loki is totally correct. The new Gen Zers are totally different than millennials. They are. They don't care. And they roll their eyes at this shit like, oh my God, just like what you like. They don't care. How do I know that? Because my stepkid came in and she said, and let me tell you something, you don't get much more on that side of the fence. She came in and said that Captain Marvel is an ugly bitch and they should have got someone that could smile. And I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. This is a girl that is transitioning. And they should have got someone that looked pretty and that smiled. And I'm like, wow, that's your target audience. That's your target audience saying that's not me. That's not another content creator. That's your target audience saying they should have got someone that was pretty and could smile. Angel's Draven, you can be a fan of whatever you want, but when you come in and try and project your own ideology on it, that is when we have to gatekeep those people. I don't know if I agree with that or not, but they're the ones trying to gatekeep. That's what they do. Let's not do what they do. Projecting their idea on existing IP is fine. It is when they eliminate all their voices to do it. That's the problem. I couldn't have said it better myself. A Dag Outlaw. Eliminate all other voices. You know what I hear all the time? Do you know what I hear all the time? And yes, agreed, Larry. Axel Braun, Captain Marvel is beautiful. She is. But I hear this all the time. You can't like this and not like this. Yes, I can. Of course I can. Star Trek has always been woke. No, it hasn't. No, my friend. It hasn't. Star Trek has not always been woke. The wokeness of Star Trek started with 2009 Star Trek and got worse and worse and worse as time went on. The problem with Star Trek is 2009. Everything goes back to that movie. Everything changed and became JJ verse after that. Kelvin timeline, whatever you want to talk about. And people who say, no, Loki. Picard is in Prime. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Romulus was destroyed by a supernova. That directly correlates with 2009. Everything since 2009 has been in the JJ verse. It is not Prime timeline. No, Loki, it's Prime timeline. It's just this. No. It all connects. It all connects with 2009. Everything started there. The problem started there. Why? Because all that mattered was their points. Nothing else mattered. Nothing else mattered but their points. And lens flares. Let's all be honest. Lens flare and their points. The JJ verse is the problem. And what happened? What happened? I want to tell you guys something, and I talked about this last night. Last night on the member stream. Follow me here, guys. Follow me. From the JJ verse in Star Trek to JJ being involved with Star Wars to JJ going over to Warner Brothers. There was a movie that came out called Draft Day. Does anybody remember Draft Day with Kevin Costner? Probably not a lot of people, but of course it deals with draft day, a football draft day. And everybody wants this quarterback. Everybody wants him. He's the hot commodity. He's the guy everybody wants. Is this quarterback. And this one defensive guy that played against him calls up this coach for the Browns, I think, and says, this guy isn't what everybody, he's a bitch. He gets shaky when you press him. He's a loser. And he's like, no, man, no. We'd know if he was this bullshit crap. And he's like, no, look at the footage. Watch the footage. You lost against him. No, I got taken out of the game. Go back and watch the game tape. And he's right. Ladies and gentlemen, he's right. This quarterback that everybody wanted got shaky when he got pressed and he lost it. He wasn't who everybody thought he was. That's JJ. That is JJ. JJ got pulled into Star Trek and it went downhill. And JJ's people that he left in charge of it ruined it. JJ got involved with Star Wars. Look what happened. Look what happened. Where is Star Wars today? Star Wars is that golden trophy of movie icon that has shit smeared all over it because of JJ. And now he's going to Warner Brothers. Now he's going to do the next Justice League. He's going to do the next group of heroes. He's going to try and do for Warner Brothers what Favreau did for Marvel. No, ladies and gentlemen, no. He's tainted goods. He is tainted goods. He is not what everyone thinks he is. Something is wrong with that guy. But something is wrong. And I'm telling you now, I'm that defensive end that's telling you this guy gets shaky. He's tainted and he's wrong. He's not what everyone makes him out to be. And they can pay him all the money. They can give him all the rights. They can do everything possible to make this guy something. But Spielberg, you fucked up. This guy's wrong. You might have taken him under your wing and like tried to lead him down the primrose path, but he's wrong. This guy is messed up. JJ will end your franchise. JJ is going to end your franchise. Be careful, Warner Brothers. You just signed this guy for all this money. You had a great guy doing your movies. Say what you want about Zack Snyder. But you had a guy doing your movies, and he's better than JJ. I don't care what you think of Zack Snyder. He's better than JJ. They've got to get their shit together. You've got to get your shit together. And this Teespring shit has to end. The Teespring shit has to end. TeePublic, Teespring, stop bending the knee for woke bullshit. Stop bending the knee and drinking that green solid titty milk. Luke Skywalker did not look better with green goo all over his face. He looked nasty. When he's all, yummy. No. Ugh. Oh, no. Drunk didn't do anything but stand up for someone that Hollywood tried to drag through the mud. Isn't that interesting? They tried to cancel her. They tried to cancel her. And he stood up for her. Ryan didn't do shit. Ryan didn't even have the rebellion shit up in his TeePublic. It was the RK. It was the RK symbol. The RK symbol, an R and a K, is now an Ist, an Ob, and a Yahtzee symbol. I am so fucking tired of this. I am so tired of this. That's Steven. This is super. Did I miss a super chat? Bad Steven Seagal with a $2 Canadian super chat. Conan for Lady Mist, because it's Lady Mist. Thank you so very much for that $2 super chat, Fat Steven Seagal. And for the Guardian of the Void, Lady Mist. Skull! So why are we not going to do this shit? Why are we not going to take this shit? Because we're not going to live on our knees. We're not going to live silently. We're not going to walk around with our thumbs in our pants and our eyes down. I see that shit. I see that shit. I see the And you know what? I'm blue-haired land whales walking around with that rail thin dude behind them. And they're so loud and boisterous and nah. Look at me. My hair's blue and I'm loud. And the guy's just simping behind him. The guy's just simping behind him. Eyes down, mouth shut. Fuck that. Don't live like that. Don't allow people to live like that. Oh, God. Whether it's a guy doing that or a woman doing that, do not live like that. Do not live silently. Never opening your mouth. Being afraid that you're gonna go through life for one day alone. So you married the most obnoxious blue-haired land whale because you're afraid. Ugh. Get out from behind that. Get out from that platinum blue tentacled mess and get away from it. It's like being behind the Kraken. You don't know when it's just going to come out and grab you and never let you go. Ugh! Get away from it. Don't put up with it. Stand up for yourself. Stand tall. Do not fall for this shit. Do not let them take your stores away. Do not kneel. Don't be silent. Good morning, Jedi Bill 797. Do not be silent. Okay, guys, later today, as I said at the beginning of the show, it's 420, and because it's 420, we've got Cameron Paja coming up at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on this channel today. Special show just for 420, getting canceled with Cameron Paja. We are going to get canceled. Yes, that's what they're calling it today, kids. We are going to get canceled with Cameron Paja on 420 at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time later today. And Brandon Wolf, the $5 Super Chat Loki, it is because of this kind of shit that will be our downfall. Our enemies are looking at our culture and laughing their asses off. Don't be silent. Damn straight, Brandon. Never be silent. Never be ashamed. That's what they will use. They will shame you for the pride in your culture. They will shame you for loving what you love. They will shame you for giving your opinion. They will shame you for feeling the way you do. And a $5 super chat from Mag. Sorry I missed most of this. F cancel culture. Thank you so very much, Brandon Wolf and Mags. And Psychodorb9 with a $5 super chat. Loki, I've been involved with my fourth manager under paperwork in 5 years. I am not afraid. Thank you so very much, Brandon Wolf, Mags, and Psychodorb9 for that $5 super chat. Skull! All right, we are out of here. Everyone have a great one. Don't forget, we'll be back 2 p.m. Central Standard Time with Cameron Paja for getting canceled on 420. Y'all have a great one. Take care, stay safe, and don't take any shit. Mexican Iron Man! Echo Base Network! Purple Valkyrie!
Renegade! Samantha Joe! Vertebrae Pie! Mr. CCDV! Admiral Oliver Franklin II! That old Star Wars nerd! Dave G. Sound! YTL! Brandon Wolf! Lisa 333! Comic Book Creation Live! Mary's Game Room! Luis Bell! Larry! Darth Astor! Fenrir Fire! D.D. Miles! Snowdog Tuck and Roll! Al Cecil Rudo! Mark the Infinitely Tired! Ray J's World! Stephanie Littlebay! Jedi Bill 797! Hola hermano the Latino Slant! The Jack of all casual! Pod Racing Palpatine! NBD! Fat Steven Seagal! Man of War 665! God knows sin! Martin Orlando! Terry Wilkins! Nicole the Blind Maid! Orville Nation! The Jester of Sin! Lord God! Spike in Madness! Lady Toriel! R&R! The Guardian of the Void, Lady Mist! Clobbering Time! Crimson Mist! The Rooster Dave! Doctor and author, Dagger Outlaw! The one, the only Curry! The Battle Angel Eris of Chaos! Last but not least, the Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Persia!
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.